Now the next in line is going to be Paul Schrope from the 6th Air Force. And he has his story to tell. Where is he? He's also going to read another story from
Good morning. I'm Paul Schrope. I was a member of the 6th Night Fighter Squadron. Not during World War II, however, post-war. I was graduated from high school in 1944, and I suggested to myself, why don't I join the Army Air Corps, which I did. Subject to cold when I was 18. I was 17 at the time. I was cold, I forget when, winter or sometime. Went to basic training in Texas. During basic training, the war ended in Europe. That was the end of that. Graduated from basic training, and I had the privilege of leaving, go home, or continue with whatever I wanted to do. I suggested, what can I do? Well, we have no more pilot training. The wars are just about over. We have an opening for... Okay, thank you. We have an opening for center fire control on the B-29 in Nellis Airfield at Las Vegas, Nevada, so I went there. No more than got there, they closed that school. War's about over. We don't need any more gunners. What do we do now? Well, I had the opportunity of going to radio school in Colorado somewhere, Denver probably, or go to B-29 Airplane and Engine Mechanics School in Amarillo, Texas. I chose that. Went through 19 weeks of A&E mechanics school. After that, I got a notification, I'm going to Kearns, Utah. Oh, I said, I'm going for a boat ride. Wound up in the Hawaiian Islands, got hooked up with the 6th Night Fighter Squadron. George Wilhelm was commanding officer. He looked over my credentials. I need ground crew. We're going to occupy Japan. One fellow from Texas and myself, we were his ground crew, and away we went. We loaded all our equipment in one little boat, a couple of Jeeps, recon trucks, what have you, tools, whatever else we had, tools, I forget, it was in 60-some years ago. And we landed in Atsugi, small town, small airfield. We needed airplanes. We didn't have any. So I wasn't selected as one of the group to go to Clark in Philippines. We brought back 6 airplanes. One came back on one engine. It was kind of rough shape. I was selected amongst a group of 4 to put a new engine in this airplane. Well, we patiently took it apart, remembered how everything went, put the new engine on. It flew right like a top. Wow, we did it. Then we were there shortly, and we moved up to Yokota, which is close to Tokyo. They were building then what was the largest, longest the strip in the world. We went through all of that, and that's where we did our operations until we departed in late fall of 46. I had quite an experience with the 6th Night Fighter Group. Had quite a few flights. Whenever George would permit it, I just went and got a chute, went for a ride. The 6 of us flew around. We had 2 little scares about Korea at the time. Fall was coming. George got his wife to come over to spend the winter with him. It gets rather cold in Japan. And got up one morning. We could go home or stay, or we were planning on maybe going to jet school. Well, we had a little discussion about it. We all figured we'd go home. And we did. We separated. We all said our goodbyes. I don't want to hear from you. You're not going to hear from me. And that was the end of that. Thank you.